Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here it's not just about fixing cars, it's about keeping you rolling and saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, the weird noises, and those what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, few good laughs. I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we are shifting into drive this morning. It is Fun Friday. Yippee! Once again, thanks for joining us this morning. If you're joining us for the Motormouth Morning Drive for the very first time, welcome aboard. You're going to need some writing sticks. That is a package of 16 Crayola crayons and a leaf bag. We call that the Car Connection laptop. We have made it to the weekend, friends. So if you are in the queue for the drive-thru, you know what Fun Friday means at the drive-thru, right? You getting your gear? Well, I'll give you a few minutes just to put that together, and I would highly recommend you flubdipple check it. I'm just saying, from experience, you don't want a Friday takeout window let down. Yeah, that's not a great way to start a weekend. Well, let's dive right in for all our newbies. A couple of things you're going to need. How to get to our website, how to tune your friends into our podcast. We are on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Podbean. So if you're sharing us with your friends, there's a couple of ways to do that. They can just, in the search box, wherever they pull their podcasts down from, Car Connection Workshop. The best way is to click on over to our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. I know it's a lot of writing. I shortened up for you. We did that 31 years ago. ccbusnet.com. ccbusnet.com. Everything is provided for you. More episodes, project details, and links are all available at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, ccbusnet.com. You'll find everything on our homepage if you'd like to follow the build and repair work we do and connect with our program partners. Just simply click on their logo and you'll get a chance to meet them. And thank you to all of you who have been giving them your business. We appreciate our program partners that make our podcasts and our YouTube channel possible. We simply couldn't do it without them, and you too. Now, on the home page, pay attention to the top right-hand corner now. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention now. Class. Yes. Okay, newbies. Top right-hand corner. All our podcasts get loaded into our YouTube channel every single day. 8 a.m., the podcast goes public. And moments later, it will show up and arrive on our YouTube channel, Niall Motormouth Jenkins. But we've got the links all for you on our homepage. We have over 550 components for you to watch and listen to there, so you can get caught up. You only have 241 to catch up on. That's not too bad. You know, it's like cramming for an exam. So if you want to know how to keep your vehicle longer, and you're understanding what I'm reminding all the listeners for is mileage doesn't matter. It's maintenance that is the key. Maintenance matters. Mileage does not. Now, when it comes to your services on your vehicle, yes, mileage counts. We want to make sure that we're getting a vehicle in on time so that we don't go from a $200 repair to a $2,000 repair, okay? We don't want to do that. Keeping an older vehicle is not a humongous challenge. It really is not. Because again, even if you're making payments and interest payments on a vehicle for the next 5 years, doesn't mean you have free driving. They're not the warranty's not paying for everything. So wear and tear items, they're on you. Tires wear out, they're on you. Brakes worn out, they're on you. None of that is covered by warranty. It needs an antifreeze flush, that's on you. All these things are maintenance items that need to be done while you're still making the vehicle payments. But the beauty of once you own it, if you've taken care of it, you now have yourself in a great position to save yourself a lot of money. So no matter who you are, age, color, language, height, width, whatever, vertically challenged, it doesn't matter. You can learn enough automotive basic fundamentals to keep that vehicle going long term. And I like to use my friend Steve as an example. 2010 Toyota 4Runner, 644,000 kilometers. Did he get there by accident? Absolutely not. I have 400,000 kilometers on our 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. Did we get there by accident? No, just learning the basic fundamentals will get you there. So that's our YouTube channel. I teach you 5 things, keeping it all simple. All the way back to the very first YouTube video, you'll see me identifying the fluids, where they are, what they do, how we test them, how we top them up. That's the type of teaching that I do on our videos, teaching you 5 things always. What it is, where it is, how it works, how you broke it, and how we're going to teach you not to break it again by learning a few basic fundamentals. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to own and operate an automobile. So whether you're widowed, divorced 99 and a half times, find yourself single again, having to take care of the automobile on your own, you're elderly, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you can operate a cell phone, you can take care of your automobile. We have a car connection maintenance schedule kit available to you so you can track all your vehicle maintenance all year long. At the end of the year, erase it off because we send you a dry erase marker as well. They're all laminated so you can decide whether you're going to stick it up or put it up with magnets. And now you have your tracking sheet right in front of you. So it's kind of like having me with you. So also in the top right-hand corner, that's where you can like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. All those little things make a huge difference in you telling the algorithms that you're enjoying the videos and you're subscribed and you're participating. Those are the things that my videographer Skippy and I, we cannot control. What we can control, we're doing it. We're keeping the videos short, so we're conscientious about your time. I'd rather have you come back and watch a mini series of 3 than spend an hour and 52 minutes watching a video, because I don't have that time either. You know, I just don't. I don't have that luxury of having that much time to sit for an hour and 52 minutes or even 52 minutes. It can be tough sometimes. So if you would be kind enough to do those little things, like give us a thumbs up, share us with your other car enthusiasts, and also leave a comment and subscribe, because still 61% of you are enjoying the videos. Yeah, I can see that, but you're not subscribed. Why? Would you take a moment to do that for us and help us get to our first 1,000 subscribers? Skippy and I would really appreciate you doing that. So we have Instagram, Facebook, Stevensville on the web, all those 3 community platforms. You can come along and join the Motor Mouth community there. That's where you'll find reels, bloopers, and outtakes. You will not see those videos anywhere else except there on the Stevensville on the web .ca website. It gets about 20,000 visits a month. That was put together by our videographer Skippy, and we, between 2 of us, we all know a lot of people who live there, including my folks, and it's just a great place to hang out. There's some fantastic eateries there, some great family owned and operated businesses, and that's where the zoo is. So you want to get there and have a whole day at the zoo with the kids and have some fun. Yeah, all the way up to, they have stuff going on there all the way through January. They have Christmas lights and stuff. This year, I'm definitely going to that. I've heard so much about it. This year, definitely got to get there. What else do we have? We have our iHeartRadio app is there. That is our secondary library for our podcast. So if you go there, you'll see all our podcasts, but you'll find them on our YouTube channel, Niall Motormouth Jenkins. Just click. We make it simple. We do have Car Connection Motormouth merch. We have our Freedom Expressions online store at CCBusNet. When you make a purchase there, all the proceeds go to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses Canada and USA, where a new life happens every single day. So grab some gear, send us a selfie to go on the Motormouth Wall of Fame on our website, and you're doing a great thing. Come alongside us, and together we can also help to change a life. So that's everything. So now you know. Now you know it all. All right, on 3, 2, 1, we're going to have our Swiggy this morning. Thank you to our friends, Kathy, Dave, and Dan Grimo at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. They have all the building supplies for you to create that foundation. If you're putting an addition on your home, they've got blocks, they've got gravel, they got rebar, they've got angle iron, all that stuff for you. If you're looking to beautify your home with hardscape landscaping materials, they have all the stuff to make your home outside look outstanding. If you're looking to create that outdoor space, that living space you've always wanted, that oasis where you can hide away and just kind of kick back and chillax, they have all those things as well for you to do that. And Kathy Grimo has a list of contractors that you can trust, that are vetted by her, that you can say, call this guy. He'll come and have a look. He'll estimate, he'll design, start, and finish, and you get to enjoy the beautification. So on 3, 2, 1, whatever your morning beverage is, it is Fun Friday, friends, and I've got a few things to share with you today. I got some more questions for you today on Fun Friday, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. We've had a busy week. We've covered a lot of topics. We're heading quickly into the fall season, and I'm preparing for that because fall is the time to jump on getting your vehicle ready for the weather that we get following that. I love fall. That's one of my favorite seasons. Let me know which season is your favorite. Is it spring? Are you snow bunnies? Okay. Do you like summer, the steam heat? Or are you like me? I enjoy the sights, sounds, and smells of fall. That's my favorite. And then everything pumpkin spice, of course. Yeah, including aftershave. Maybe not. 3, 2, 1. Let's go with that. It still needs something. It's missing. Something's missing in my morning beverage. Yeah, it's my herbals to deal with that cortisol thing. Stops you from blimping out like the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy thing. Well, our Car Connection morning drive, Motormouth Morning Drive, is brought to you by our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro. They both have combined well over 50 years experience now with IG Wealth Management. They are fiduciaries. They're certified financial planning professionals. So if you have questions and you need clarity, you'd like some clarity with regards to maybe you've got some investments sitting somewhere, like the bank, and they're not performing because the handbrake's on, and they're giving you pittance because they're taking the rest. We can help you with that. You need to get them out of there. Load them up, get them out, and get them making money. So it pays to sit down with Tony or Larry. They've been my financial planners for over 20 years, and I'm speaking from my heart. They don't need any more customers, so get that out of your heads. They're just looking to fill their book. No, they're not. They're looking to help you. If you have questions, here's a chance for you to get an hour and a coffee discovery meeting. Leave your money at home. They're not going to ask you for a single dime, and put your questions on the table. So if it's regards to a lousy performing investment portfolio, You're carrying a whole lot of debt and pressure. Estate planning. You've got 18-year-olds living at home and you're not set up to be their health advocate. That's not good, folks. I keep saying that, but it's not good. In the moment, you can't fix it. That's what I'm saying. Should something happen, if you are not your child's medical power of attorney, the doctors cannot listen to you for treatment for your child. Yes, you born that child and all that goes along with that, but the law is the law. You need to be their medical power of attorney, and you can fact check that. I actually had a planner one time looked me in the eye and said, "That's not true." And I go, "Yeah, it is." "No, it's not." I go, "Yeah, it is. If they're 18 and older, you have to be their medical power of attorney." So a few months back, I was with my attorney and making some changes to my estate. And I said to her, I said, "Melanie, is it true or not true that if you have 18-year-olds under your roof, that you have to make sure that you're registered as their medical power of attorney?" Without a breath, "Yes." "Why do you ask?" And I said, "I was told that's not true by an estate planning attorney and a financial planner." She goes, "Well, that's really bad information." So there you go. She goes, that is really bad information. They're not informed. So you want to make sure, moms and dads, you have that covered. They're fantastic at dealing with mortgages. I love the ladies out in Winnipeg. Haven't had a mortgage with a bank for so long. It just feels so good to not have that pressure of dealing with a bank on a mortgage. They have competitive rates and real people that treat you like a real person. And that's one of the reasons I got out of the bank and went back to the credit union. I couldn't take it anymore. The attitude was stinky. And then when the bank manager looked me in the eye, and a friend of mine who's also a businessman standing there, and he goes on and he's talking with us, and he says, "I hate small businesses." So Bob and I look at each other, and I go, we'll talk about this outside." "Yeah. Hey, thanks for sharing." And they have more. So if you need life insurance, critical illness insurance, you don't have any of that, again, in the moment, you can't fix that problem, friends. And here's what I know by reading statistics. 9 out of 10 of you do not have an estate plan. That's not something you go to Walmart and you get a little friendly little packet and you go home and you fill it out, fellers or fellettes. If you read the whole thing through and get to the fine print, it will say you need to have an attorney check this. I'm just throwing it out there. You need to pay attention to details, friends. Details. So get that hour and a coffee. There's going to be no pressure, no condemnation. And we thank the fellas for being patient with us. They are amazing to work with. They are my brothers from other mothers. And I'm telling you, all the years of being a tech and a shop owner, the number of arguments, intense moments of fellowship in the waiting area at the shop where I'd have to say, "Can we just, do you mind? Can we just step out in the shop for a minute?" Because there's people in the waiting area hearing your business and they're getting uncomfortable. So I'd have to, open the side door to the shop and go, "Can we just kind of take this out here?" And so that was back in July of 2007. And I sat with Tony Miele and said, "Tony, here's the deal. Here's what I'm experiencing. Can we somehow help these people through the program, through the broadcast at the time?" That's when we developed a 15-minute segment every week. Tony, once a month, Tony and Larry would split that up and take turns and do a 15-minute segment where you could call in and ask them questions and lay all the cards on the table, friends. Nobody can help you unless you're reaching out at the same time. So check in with them. And again, get that hour and a coffee and get your finances in order. So if you feel like you're drowning in debt, don't do what I did, not once but twice. Took really bad advice from someone, not the same person twice, and lost everything. And when I say everything, I'm not just saying my lunch money, my milk money too. Lost it all. And it has taken decades to climb back out of that mess. Because two people, I allowed them to speak into my life, and it took me on a spiral financial dive that I could not get out of. And so thank goodness after that, I met Tony and Larry Tetro, and it's been great ever since. All right, today's weather forecast as we head into the weekend in the south shores of Lake Erie and the Niagara region. Here's what we got going on. On the rainometer, we have a 0. Thought I'd share that first. So if you want to take your umbrella with you, your Nelly, might not be a bad idea to have it with you. You could use it as a parasol. Yeah, 64 degrees right now and clear. Cloudy conditions 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. with partly cloudy conditions expected at 3 p.m. today to kick off the weekend in the Niagara region. Today's temperature range is going to take us from 62 to 82. Feels more like 63 to 84 degrees. So going to get a little warm today. The overnight lows are getting lower now into the low 60s. So tonight's low will be 62. So give the AC unit a chance to defrost and cool down, maybe cool down, and give the electrical grid a chance to catch up as well. Tonight, when I've been sleeping with my windows open, just putting a fan on lightly and giving the AC a rest, and it's really nice to have that fresh air coming in through the windows. Thank you to Earl and Louise Grant, husband and wife team at City Auto Sales and Leasing, Greater Toronto Area, premier pre-owned auto store. If you or someone you know is in the market for a pre-owned automobile, that is the place to go. Low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. They have in-house leasing and financing available to you. They carry a pretty decent inventory of pre-owned, but if they're looking for something specific and they don't have it, you need to connect with Earl the car guy. He is a car enthusiast extraordinaire. And Mama Louise, she's just going to love all over you. You're going to have the greatest vehicle purchasing experience in your entire life at City Auto Sales and Leasing. So thank you to Earl and Louise Grant, being a part of Car Connection for almost a decade now. We are blessed to have them with us. Coming up in September, I will have Motormouth Fall Tech Tips for you. I've got them all ready to go, all 35 tech tips coming the beginning of September. It is Fun Friday. Couple things on Fun Friday, because tomorrow's Motormouth's Morning Drive Q&A, questions and answers. So what does that mean? I need to have your questions by noon today. If you want to get into the pile, and beginning in September, when everything gets rebooted, the kids go back to school and the routines begin again, all those who are sending me questions beginning in the month of September will go in a draw at the end of the month for a Car Connection merch grab bag. How cool is that? So we're going to give away some merch, but you have to send in your questions, and each question will get you another ticket in the draw for September. So just priming the pump ahead of time. So if you're wanting to put forward a question for Saturday's Q&A, which is tomorrow, yes, we're on the weekend. We are on the cusp of the weekend. I need those by noon. So if you do me a favor and get those in on time for me, because once I finish recording this program, we record for Saturday morning's Q&A. I got to get that all put together, and it does take a little bit of time. So thank you ahead of time for doing that and helping me out. And it's the ladies that have been really supporting Saturday Q&A with some absolute fabulous, fabulous questions. So here's what I got for you today. Some more. I gave you a little teaser yesterday, a quiz. If you didn't get that, you might want to listen to that. That's episode 241. On a scale of 1 to 10. Yes. I gave you 5 questions, so you'll have to go and re-listen to that, and you can grab that right off our YouTube channel. The link is in the top right-hand corner of the homepage of our website. That is the biggest drawer we have in our toolbox, is the homepage of our website. Making it simple for you, because you know what? In this world, we have way, way too many choices on stuff. Unbelievable. You know, I quite often hear parents with kids in the grocery store, "Oh, what do you want for supper tonight?" If I asked my parents that when I was a kid, my mother or my father would answer exactly the same thing. They'd say, "Whatever we put in front of you is what you'll eat." Oh, okay. I was good with that. 2 other folks that I grew up with, I don't know who they are, that wasn't always good. For me, it was like, hey, I sit down, I get a hot meal. I ain't whining. That's how I learned to eat liver, sausages, and what was the other thing? Kidneys. Yeah, kidneys. Those are really good. My brother and sister, you know, the other 2 people that I grew up with, no way. Brussels sprouts, no way. So they just leave it. They didn't get anything other. There was no other choice. It's what was put in front of you. You eat it or go to bed hungry. Exactly. All right, you're ready for 5 questions today. It's Fun Friday again. And I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with you this morning with regards to your car. Love it or hate it? These are questions you have to answer it. Now, so that's number 1. Love it or hate it? That's your car, I mean. Do you? Which one? Put it in the comments for me. Do you love your car or do you hate your car? And number 2, do you love on it? You know, take care of it, vacuum it out, clean the floor mats, scrape off the goo, you know, the 2 inches of whatever that is that's been collected on that floor mat. Yeah. So I have dealt with some pretty thick car slobs over the years, especially in the shop. And we had this one car that used to come in. We all agreed on the shop floor that you had to take your turn to work on that person's car. And it was bad. That's all I'm going to say. It was probably, I can't think of any other vehicle that was worse than that one. I can't. It was the coup de grace. It was nasty, and especially if it was summer and the car was dropped off and the windows were up. I can't explain it out. It would be like trying to explain what a banana tastes like to someone who's never had one before over the phone. Yeah, so, you know, we had a few people like that, but that one particular car, we were all on rotation. And as soon as I'd mention, oh, so-and-so's car's coming in tomorrow. Oh, I'm not on that one this time. I know for sure. And I go, well, I got to look in the file and see who worked on it last. It wasn't me. No, it was me. I'm going, well, was it not or was it? I don't want to do it. If you have to do it, I go, whoever, we're all taking turns on this. That's how bad it was. It was bad. So love on it, or do you ignore it? You know, you just let it. I went for a road test. This is a flashback. I can't remember how many months ago. And yeah, I'm going to keep it innocent here, best I can. And was asked to go for a road test, you know, to what's wrong with my car kind of thing. And I've known these people for quite some time. And I climbed in and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like the crumbs and stuff on the console and the shifter. I was afraid to touch stuff. I actually put my hands on my lap. I didn't even want to touch the door. It was disgustingly filthy inside. And it had a smell that I can't even explain. So, and I'm going, oh, this has to be a short road test. Please let whatever's going on indicate itself to me so I can get out of this car. I almost wanted to say, I'll be right back. Can you just wait for me here? I actually wanted to go and put coveralls on. That's how bad it was. So are you loving on it or ignoring it? You know, you have a Slurpee with your coffee or your morning beverage. Do you actually, take the time to clean that up, or do you just continue to add to it? Or just pretend like it didn't happen? Yeah. Like you're eating a sub or something in the car and, the oil is dripping off. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to gross myself out. Yeah, let's go on to number 3. So are you loving on it or ignoring it? Number 3, when was the last time you cleaned it up? Or do you? I've known people that from the day they buy the vehicle, they never wash it. Ever. Completely no. No matter what. They don't. Oh, I just let Mother Nature take care of it. Oh, I got it. Okay. Is she into, wax and polish at all? No, I figure the acid rain will take care of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good theory, I guess. Sort of. So, yeah, when was the last time you cleaned it up? Your car, that is. And number 4, you ready for it? Do you enjoy driving your car? Like, is it an extension of yourself? I see that. I would see that many times in the car biz, that certain people, their vehicle was definitely an extension of who they are. You could clearly see that. Absolutely, 100%. So, do you enjoy driving your car? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Number 5, here it is. Did you pick the vehicle that you are currently driving and riding in, or was it a hand-me-down, or, hey, I'm not using this one anymore, I'm getting myself something else, and now you can have this, a leftover that looks like a really bad leftover, the science experiment type leftover in the fridge. Was your car like that? Did it just get handed to you? It's like, here, you can have what's left of it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, looks like it barely survived the Beirut car bomb. Absolutely, inside and out. So let me know what your thoughts are on these questions in the comments. Send me an email, niall@ccbusnet.com or motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com. And all that information is in the descriptions on our YouTube channel and also on our podcast channel as well, so you can connect. I do the descriptions. I also add a number of automotive tech tips in the descriptions that aren't either in the video or on the podcast. I do that on purpose so that you can get a few extra nuggets under your belt, so that you become a walking secret weapon when you take your vehicle into the shop, ladies, especially the ladies, because you're the ones that get quickly taken advantage of. So the more you learn, the better it will be for you. So again, just a quick recap. If you missed the questions this morning, you can re-listen, listen, and write them down from our YouTube channel on the top right-hand corner homepage at ccbusnet.com. Do you love, or is it a love or hate your car? Love it or hate it? Number 2, do you love on it or simply just ignore it? Number 3, when was the last time you actually cleaned it up? Like inside and out, shampoo and set. You did the whole package, the whole schmeal. Number 4, do you enjoy driving your vehicle? Yes or no? And number 5, Did you pick your ride, or was it a hand-me-down or a leftover after, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 other people using the car, and then now it's your turn to have what's left? Sometimes that's not too bad. It depends on those who had it prior to. And if they weren't good, then it generally is rougher than a stucco toilet seat, inside and out, and it's hard to look at. So coming in September, I'll have a whole plethora of Motormouth fall tech tips. You've made it to the weekend. Congratulations. Drive safe heading home today because it is Friday. You know, the switch is on, but nobody's home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they only really need to do one thing behind the wheel. That is drive the car, and you're not in NASCAR or any kind of Formula One race. So get home safely and be safe. So keep an eye on the other guy. Happy, healthy motoring always, friends. Peace, patience, and kindness. And we will see you in the next one. Come and join us tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, for Motormouth's Morning Drive, Saturday Q&A Saturday. So again, if you're wanting your question in the kitty, then you've got to get it to me by noon today, being Friday, being Fun Friday. So have yourself a fantastic Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for another Motormouth Morning Drive. Bye for now.